What's up, traders? Welcome to Vinboss Signal Factory. Today we are giving out the signals of the coming week, and without wasting further time, we have to jump in straight to the market. Now, as opposed to last week, what I think is I see a pattern whereby the market has already shifted to the downside with this wave from last week, and now I think it is at the liquidity zone. So starting from the opening of the market on Monday, we might go up to retest one more time before we continue down to our target at 1.44, 1.1445. Now that is our target. This is the signal. This is our liquidity zones. You can also mark these two zones: 1.1538, 1.1522. Now those are the levels. Now this is the euro dollar. If you have seen our back testing video, please like and subscribe, and make sure that you join and register for our classes. The registration is free with our broker XNS. We leave the link below the video all the time, and our contact details are below to help with the registration. It is free. Then after registration, you get to receive daily alerts of signals, and if the market structure changes, you will be aware. So without wasting further time, this is the bias on us. We are bearish on euro and the dollar. We want to see it go below. So let's go over to the pound and the dollar. And with the pound and the dollar, we know we're already trading correlation, and this must be the scenario for that matter. We are also looking for bearish opportunities. Remember, the pound is weaker than the euro, so in this scenario we might see a small retest before the continuation to the downside. But if it still happens that we have a second retest of this area right here that we call our liquidity zone, 1.3514 is the greatest place. The area between 1.3514 and 1.3595 is also a fantastic place to look for short positions to go to our intended target of 1.3383. Now this is the bias on the euro, on the pound and the dollar. Please don't miss the signals. Register, make sure that you are ready to join and get the signals timely like this. Follow our updates week in and week out to see how we are performing live on the markets, and make sure that you do not miss any video or any update that we post here online. So this is the pound and the dollar. Next we are going to the euro and the Canadian dollar. So without wasting further time, let's go over to the euro and the Canadian dollar. The euro and the Canadian dollar is a bit different than the euro and the dollar and the pound and the dollar, because oil prices have taken a hit with this new war that is starting, that includes the dollar and Iran. Now what I might expect, we might continue to retest, but this is our best place to look for bullish setups, so that at this level 1.5774 is a great place to look for buying opportunities again to go long to create a new high. But ever since the euro is strong and the Canadian dollar is weak, we might see situations whereby we break higher, the market is, we break higher and then come back down to retest this broken resistance, which will turn support, and then we will get it from there to go up and continue to buy. So this might be the scenario. This scenario that is happening, that I've just mentioned here, might just happen while we break to the top up there. So without wasting further time, this is the euro card for us. We are looking for buying opportunities. We are not looking for any selling opportunities with this pair. We are only looking for bullish opportunities. So without wasting much time, let's go over to our fourth pair, which is the pound and the Canadian dollar. And similar to the euro and the Canadian dollar, we think that despite the weakness in the Canadian dollar, this might be our safe space to go and look for bullish opportunities right here at 1.8433 and 1.8425. This, if it goes deeper than this area right here that is highlighted with black horizontal lines, it will be a great setup for us to look for more bullish opportunities to continue with our bullish bias. The Canadian dollar is the least of our buying assets this week, so we do not want to buy the currency of Canadian dollar due to oil prices falling and with the possibility of it continuing to fall given this new war that has just broken out. So without wasting further time, I would like to make this very clear. The fact is we are only looking for buying opportunities and not selling opportunities. We are looking for a pullback, preferably between 1.8425 and 1.8433 to continue higher with our wave. But in this scenario also, if we do get a chance whereby we break above like this and then we come and retest the broken resistance which might turn into support, we will still be looking for buying opportunities. So without wasting further time, this will be a fantastic setup for us and it will make a lot of money for us. So the pound and the Canadian dollar, the bias is to the upside. You must focus only on buying opportunities. Let's go over to our fifth pair, which will be the euro and the euro and the pound dollar, rather, not the euro and the Canadian dollar, because we have already done that. So let's go over to the euro and the pound. The euro and the pound is also the same. We are now structured to the upside. We are not looking for any selling opportunities yet. We don't pretty much think that this will be the retest that we might encounter right here at 0.8531 and 0.8527. But if it does come to this level, it is also a great place to look for buying opportunities up towards the area of 0.8567. Yet I think we might continue up to break the 0.8567 with a sharp move and then a retest of it, and then another continuation to the upside, which will be whereby I will take 1:3 signals from this area. This will be a fantastic setup for us. Yet nothing is yet confirmed. The market is not open, so we cannot give you the daily update. Remember, this forecast you only get when you are not registered via YouTube, and if you are registered, you get personalized emails and signals with specific entries and exits, meaning the buy price and the stop losses and your take profits. Now, without wasting further time, let's go over to our last but not least, the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. Now, the theme right now that you can see before I go over to the US dollar and the Canadian dollar is euro strength. I do favor it. The Canadian shorts, I do favor them over everything, and mostly the dollar strength this week is the new theme that I am now adopting. So let's go over and see what is happening. And last but not least, the US dollar and the Canadian dollar is our favorite pair going into next week, because the new dollar strength, it means that versus the Canadian weakness based on oil prices, I think it will be a fantastic setup going into next week. So what do I expect? What moves do I expect? I expect a continued pullback to this area right here, and then I will start looking for buying opportunities to the upside. We are bullish on US dollar, Canadian dollar. We are not bearish. And for that matter, if we do have a continued bullish pressure. If this is the target from next week and we do not get a continued pullback, rather we just go straight up, we might be looking for a break above and then a continuation, because the test will be imminent of the broken resistance, which will now be support. So without wasting further time, if this again, I would like to mention that if this pullback becomes a bit deeper than we expect, we have a pullback from the higher levels and it comes to this also is still a great place for bullish patterns and formations to be maintained or observed, and then a continuation to the upside to make new highs will still be the probable or the best setup of the week. Now please make sure you like and subscribe and follow these plans. As of last week, we gave out fantastic setups and the new dollar strength came in different than we expected, but we still made money out of every single pair that we previously traded. And you should learn how also, so that you avoid making mistakes that you do not particularly know or understand or even learn from. So you repeatedly do the same mistakes over and over again, and you withdraw your funds or you blow your funds without even enjoying your profits. So without wasting further time, make sure that you like and you subscribe to this video if you want to see more of these videos. Thank you and happy trading.